He, the tournament, I want to say he had 15 RBIs and 10 for 15.
Cool.
Yeah.
I don't need much more information than that. That's awesome.
So, Coach, go ahead and introduce your
rolling here?
players. Was that?
You're good.
Yeah, you're good. Introduce your players and then maybe give a brief statement on the day, if that's possible.
Right on. To my left here is Wyatt Madison. He was our DH this whole tournament. Right to my left here is my son JT Turgeon. He's getting in front of the camera today. He's our big cheerleader during the week and our biggest fan of these boys. And to my right is our freshman shortstop Isaiah Walls, hitting in the 9-hole. Had a great day and probably didn't get rewarded as often as maybe sometimes the game is kind of cruel at times. But he had a great day at the plate and defensively. Talking about the day, it was a barn burner, right? The first one, we obviously had a lot of confidence going into the day, and Point Loma is ranked highly in the country for good reason, and we weren't able to get them stopped that first game, right? As good as our starting pitching was the first two games, I told you guys yesterday, if you get good starting pitching, you're going to have a great opportunity to be successful in the game. And unfortunately, in that first game and in the second, we didn't get great starting pitching. And the best thing, though, in the second game was that we continued to compete, right? We continued to battle back offensively, trying to fight for any minimized innings as we could, try to get any zeros that we could. Both teams put up 2 zeros on the day. They just happened to get a couple more runs and a couple more of those innings. It's bittersweet to end the tournament that way. Obviously, coming into the day 2-0, when you play a quality team, you got to do a lot of things right. And unfortunately, today we just weren't able to do that, right? We weren't able to control what we could, like we have been the last 2 games. We're a little bit out of character, and a great team is going to take advantage of some of those mistakes, whether they're physical or mental. But very proud of these guys that are next to me. Very proud of that team that's out there. We didn't play our best ball, and we gave one of the top 5 teams in the country a hell of a day. So very proud of the team, very proud of where we come, and looking forward to maybe the next step in the season if we get an opportunity, but we'll see.
Talk about that a little bit. When you gathered your team at the end of this game and after a great effort like that, but still there's so many unknowns, you got to kind of wait things out through the weekend. What did you say to them?
Well, when you're the athlete in that moment and your head coach has been talking to you all year, I don't know how much I can tell them to ease their heart, right? There's a few seniors out there that potentially may have taken their last at bat or put their uniform on for the last time. I told them how proud I was, even in kind of a really tough day, and how much they mean to me and how much I love them. And hopefully that shows in the way that they play together and how we coach them and how we are together up here. And obviously they wanted to win just as bad as Point Loma. We just came up on the short stick. I told them I'll know a little bit more later on Sunday whether we have another opportunity. Some of these guys have been looking at a regional or looking at the conference tournament for a couple of years now and been slightly on the outside, so they know how it feels. We'll regroup, we'll go home tonight and try to get some rest and hopefully get another opportunity to play if the numbers add up, and we probably need to get a little bit of help along the way. Obviously we would like to play a little bit better early on in the year, but we've got a great group of guys. Hopefully we showed the type of team that we are, the type of men that we are, how we represent our institution and how we represent this game, and hopefully get another opportunity to play.
Wyatt, have you ever had a weekend like this at bat at any level? I mean, to do it in a college tournament, I mean, I'm not belittling your year at all, but you had 15 RBIs. You almost doubled your output for the entire season here just in these four games that you played.
I mean, I haven't done it before. The guys did a really good job just being on base. Gave me a lot of opportunities, and just glad I could cash in. I wish it would have been a little more impactful and helped us win, but I'm proud of everybody, and everybody did a really good job. I think if you look at the stat line, everybody contributed in some way.
Jesse, you have anything?
Let's see here.
I'll add to that. While
Yeah,
you
go
guys
for it,
think
Coach
something.
Jordan.
The 2 guys sitting next to me are obviously freshmen, right? And they just finished their first year of academics, and to me, they're sophomores. While Isaiah played every single inning at shortstop this year with the exception of 1 game, and it was senior day. Wyatt had a ton of at-bats and a ton of opportunities. You guys actually got to see him pitch today too. And so both guys play with extreme heart and love for the uniform, love for the people around them, the staff, and it showed through this weekend, right? He puts in the work just as hard as anybody else, and he found some holes today, and that always doesn't happen in baseball. So he had a special week. Hopefully people notice how great of a player and how great of a person he is while he was out there between the lines this week.
Isaiah, talk about your freshman season. It's a huge adjustment, obviously, right? Coming from high school and summer ball to playing Division II college. Talk about what the year meant to you, and hopefully it will continue, but to end up here at this, like this in the PacWest tournament.
Yeah, absolutely. It's definitely a great opportunity for me. You know, I came in to the season wondering if I was going to even play at all or get that chance, and if I was the right fit for it or not. And time came, you know, and I ended up being the starting shortstop. So it was a big accomplishment for me, and it just helped me to gain confidence and keep working for the spot and making sure my mind's right and work harder than that next guy, you know. Playing summer ball, I was always playing with older guys, and just being on past teams that I've always been on a really good high school team, it's been harder for me to step up as well as for my size. I've always been on the smaller side, so having to step up and do that is a big thing for me, and I'm enjoying it a lot, definitely. So
For both players, I know experience comes from these tournaments, you know, going forward. How do you think you're going to use this experience from this PacWest tournament to try and translate going forward?
I mean, I think we kind of know what we need to do now. Next year, going to get a new group of guys, so we're going to have to get them on the same page. Just want to make sure that we're all pulling on the same rope, going in the same direction, which I think you guys could see on this game. We really did. So if we can maintain that throughout the year, I think we'll pitch out of going even farther.
just going off what Wyatt said, new players, new team, but pulling on that same rope, playing as a team early instead of trying to figure out later in the year, which I think happened, finally started to form, but coming off the line hot.
Can I add to that?
Yeah,
Sure.
Coach Terz, yeah.
You know, for 5 years in a row, we had this conversation in our first meeting in September. The groups that we had were one game or one team away from making a regional or making the conference tournament. And so these guys did a tremendous job of getting us here and breaking us through that wall, and that's hard to do. And once you do that, you have the feeling and the taste of how and what needs to be done. And so the younger guys getting as much experience as they did will think nothing different than getting back here again or having an opportunity to play. So these guys have done something special that hasn't been done here since we've moved into the Division II level. For whatever reason, we've missed, and we've been on the outside looking in a little bit by one game or one team, like I said, and this group has helped us get there. So hopefully we can continue that.
Excellent. Thank you, guys.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Congrats to Point Loma. I didn't get a chance to say that. Very well deserving. And thank you to the PacWest Conference for putting on a great tournament. And thank you, APU, all those guys that are working on out there at the field. That doesn't go out noticed because we work on the field every day, and so do those guys. And I appreciate all the work that Coach Neuenheis and his staff did, and the PacWest, that you guys did a great job running the tournament. So thank you for having us and everything you did for us.
Pleasure. Thank you.